Hello and welcome or welcome back. This reading is going to be a continuation of the Daily Dharma today, which in the Daily Dharma, hopefully you caught that one first. We had love on the mind, and there was a group collaboration that was quite exciting. You're getting into wanting to move in these new directions, but being advised not to get ahead of yourself, to slow down, let the energies sink in for a little while. And it seems that the reason is because this transition is activating some type of powerful, profound ability that you have been working with between the realms, sort of, to equalize the power within amongst everything that is, really. I mean, everybody is working in different levels of the ascension, but here I have equalizing power, the tower, and we did have the tower under the deck over here as well. We've got two matching couples, the pentacles and the swords, and like I said, the lovers 3 times and 2 towers. And after I cut the video, this equalizing power was coming in as yesterday's reading was about a power couple. It was the Emperor and the Empress. And we had a lot of Empress type energies here. But it was telling me that the two of you are somewhat star-born, somewhat cosmic, multidimensionally activated. And that not only are you equalizing the powers that are operating here on Earth, nurturing those things through the power of your magic and through illuminating the transformation and the ways that we can do that. And so the two of you working on your own in these powerful ways, the universe is working diligently behind the back, and it's like they're giggling about bringing you together with this counterpart energy for some type of recognition. So let's get into this message. I want to go ahead and get some more insight about what Spirit can tell us about connecting, or with what we can do to align with this. What other alignments? Transformation. Seeing the violet flame. So any of your lower fears, anxieties, worries, guilt, shame, anger, resentment, frustration energy is being worked through, possibly by some type of energy that you're leaving behind, this faulty harvest that came from competing forces and aggravation and confrontation energy. Your heart is being activated now by the fires of your passion as you transform where you give your attention, because you know how powerful your attention is to your manifestation, and you're scrutinizing things in a new way here. With this infinite life force of the sun, I do think some of you may benefit from getting out into the sun, particularly in the daybreak or sunset hours. And there's some communication from other realms going on here. It's like light codes being activated with this prismatic energy here. So let's even look into that. This violet flame is like transforming those energies through the power of our connection with earth and sky and animals and the cosmos, whatever it might be for you. But it's like, I mean, maybe this just sounds like frivolous words to some, but the power of it when you sit still in those energies and just breathe in nature, it truly unburdens the soul in a new way and creates new clarity. So the individuals that practice this, understand about it, but it's almost like you think you've been getting enough, but there's more time that could be done. So there's some type of more effort, some adjustments that might be necessary here. We were talking in the previous one about how much sunlight your plants are getting, how much water your plants are getting, but sometimes it's also about if we are not growing appropriately, maybe we're not getting enough water or sun. Evolution. We were talking about how that transition card came up as an activation of the DNA, and I truly believe that, because especially with this harmonic flight card, I'm seeing that not only are you being activated by the circumstances around you that are putting this pressure on you, and you're influencing it back in turn, but there's this DNA activation here going on that's happening between two individuals, and it's going to be made exponential when the two of you come together. For some of you, you may be planning on or not planning on, but some of you may have children with this individual, depending on where you're at in your own personal human form. Realm bridger. We did have macrocosm here as well, talking about planetary influences. I feel that you are getting these downloads. This infinite life force energy here is allowing you to gather some type of geometric thought forms here that goes into this collaborative energy and creates this transition and this transformation here in the macrocosm and in the microcosm, if you can kind of catch my meaning, especially since we've got these activations happening, the above and the below, the spirit that exists in all things being placed down through your crown and into the earth, and you being this realm bridger here. So this partnership, collaboration, or lovers energy coming in is helping you guys to create something in this world, to activate the realms and to bring that cosmic starborn awareness here on this earth, because you're creating new beliefs. And it's like, again, with that sun, it's the infinite life bringer. And so the more sun and light codes that you're able to take in and integrate into your system, then you become this beacon of this energy out into the world. Because the more that you take in that energy, the more that you produce the fruits of this creative life force energy that wants to work through you now. Core of creation, sacral chakra. And the sacral chakra is very much to do with pleasure and that type of co-creative energy. And so it's about excitement, it's about sensuality, it's about pleasure seeking, and healing and vulnerability below that. And star seer, the star seer card is, and then solar plexus and surrender. There's this energy of being very open and available for spirit in those possibly more vulnerable times at daybreak and sunset, where the veils are thinner and the light codes are at a different angle maybe, and can pierce through the atmospheric pressures in a different way. And also in that way on the microcosm of our own life force energy and the force field energetic resistance of our human auric shield, this Merkaba that we saw here. We need to slow down our energies so that the busy energy doesn't clog up and make our auric field into a shielding energy, but to become relaxed in our subtle accepting energies. And in that way, then the light codes can pierce through our defensive ego structures. And we were talking about the rising bread. It's like the more that we can allow our energy to work with the earth and to sit in the earth and to perceive of the world around us, not the hustle and bustle of people preferably, but even that has its own magic. Everything is imbued with spirit and soul of a certain level, and it can inspire us in different ways. But I'm seeing someone taking time in nature and letting the sounds of nature rise up and settling your energies down, pushing them down into the core of the earth, and letting that rise back up through all of the chakra systems one by one, breathing deeply into each one, and really anchoring, rooting deeply into the earth and anchoring into the spirit above. In so doing, bridging the realms. And the more that you can bridge this above and the below in this hermetic energy, the more that co-creative force is condensed, concentrated within yourself. And it steps forward with the manifestation in this geometric coherence. So understanding how things need to be birthed into this reality. And it seems like it's stepping forward too with this two sides, like the two individuals coming together, or three individuals in this situation, or more depending on your situations, there is extreme information and light codes that are coming through for those of you that are tapped into this. If you believe in the power of yourself to evolve. Yeah, it's that crystalline structure, the evolution into these prismatic codes. And they're very starborn. They're very cosmic compassion. It's so huge. And then we have this cosmic flower, and there's the change card. Exactly. Because of the changing, evolving DNA, you are changing the circumstances around you. And then look at this also, the third eye perspective, pineal perspective with the DNA again. It's like shifting you. And then Earth Star Chakra, initiation. You're getting some type of initiation, and it's both cosmic and earthly. And it really places you in alignment with the reason that you're here. This chosen one type of a rhetoric is stepping forward, where it's like you're here for this. And it's been a series of initiations and activations and catalyzing situations and dynamics, and even dramas and conflicts and confrontations and relationships that may not have worked out, type of learning, teaching moments. But we have so much DNA on the table right now. And then this cosmic flower is my top-down view of that, of the helix DNA, talking about the way that we bloom. And we started out talking too about this judgment. This judgment card for me today is coming through as that ascension portal. It's like we've come through, probably the ground is almost like when we come into this experience, then we kind of rise above our peers and we start to have unique experiences. And then we kind of go through our first awakening and multiple awakenings, and we're poised to burst forth with something that we're going to become well known for out in the real world, or recognized for. Like, people will know your face or your voice or your contributions, those in your tribe, and the people that are who are on the wavelength that is necessary for your path. Persistent presence, that tongue twister again, 9 of light codes. And we had that 9 of swords in reverse over here. So you're coming out of giving your attention to the struggle bus mentality on any level. Most of us have already been in our peace and in our nature and in our own alignment for so long that we needed to have some type of antagonist energy to shake loose anything that was still resonant with those, to learn the last bit of information that needed to be integrated into our system so that we could bring the most amount of souls and consciousnesses along for the journey of ascension. And so the 9 of light codes is like that persistent problem has presented itself again and again so that we could be some type of a light warrior at this time. Roots, 8 of portals. Exactly. We had, did I shuffle it back in? We had that Stargate portal, and now we have this portal here at the root. And I'm so blown away by these energies, and I see it happening in my own life. And I know that the collective that's meant for this message is feeling this too. Look at the rainbow essences just making the little bitty synaptic edges of these roots just glow with that rainbow iridescence. There's some kind of a breakthrough illumination of the accumulated experience and what it's all been meant for in this time and place. And we're sensing the foreshadowing of change happening in this time and place. And the radiant feminine comes out as well, 35 priestess of light codes. And so it's like the more that you are expanding and extending your awareness into that earthly realm and settling your energies, slowing them down to the realm and the vibration of that Om, and just letting that resonate, making the sacred tones yourself. Sometimes just humming or just saying, it's a very pleasure noise. I'm seeing that Harry Met Sally scene. But there's something to that, magnetizing things based on intonation. And the radiant feminine here, whether you're masculine or feminine, is talking about our ability to radiate these frequencies and light codes from ourselves from a point of being full, not from this scattery, excited energy that's highly charged and blasting and creating, but one that is a powerful, powerful container for all of this energy. It's not necessarily bursting to get out. It's very at home within you. And then instead of blasting and zapping in electric currents that are like the shorts in the wires when they don't have the proper container and the wrapping, the conduit around the wires, they become live wires and they arc off in unexpected, undesired directions. But it's like the priestess is the one who's intuitively able to funnel and direct the evolutionary growth of your own process in a very powerful way. And so I feel that this huge change is not only you being able to feel this coming in, but also being able to predict and magnetize this to yourself at this time. I feel like the universe is gifting you the love of your life for those that have been waiting and wanting for this. And it's through the embodiment of your own love nature, your own divinity. And when you can fully fall so deeply in love with the process that you're here to birth forth, it's like I'm giving the image of somebody who falls in love with themselves by virtue of seeing the good, the bad, and the ugly in their children. It's like you can sometimes see your kids acting just like you, and you're like, I see myself in that. And you can't be mad about that the same way that you can be mad about like people out in the world. It seems like, oh, they're doing that because they chose it. But maybe it's more of that reflective energy going on where we all are loving ourselves in the mirror of time. And in so doing, we're embodying unconditional love to such an exponential degree. It's such a cosmic degree that we're being gifted this love in companionship. We're getting 7 of Wands, this defensiveness, the fox guarding its babies from the badger here, and the 3 of Pentacles, these individuals connected to their highest. And I see that gentleman and lady here as if he's like holding on to her, lifting her up. She's at ease, but he's not afraid or threatened by her being above him. He's kind of like lifting her up into that easy position. And so it seems like there's a very collaborative connection. And below that is Ace of Swords. That's a great energy for clarity and truth, integrity, justice, speaking and being heard. And that's interesting. It comes with the 10 of Swords behind it. I think that you've had this breakthrough experience of being able to see behind the veils. And it seems that it's some kind of conflict energy here, but you're building from a new set of blueprints. Then we've got King of Wands, Queen of Swords, Emperor, 7 of Swords. Yeah, there's a lot of, and there's the Lovers behind this one, 6 of Swords, and then the Lovers, and then the King of Swords. So we've got a lot of people and players in this energy here, but we've got the 4th Lovers card. I want to get you guys just a little bit more before the dogs start acting up here, because I can hear them getting feisty here. We've got a plot twist coming in, radical twists and turns ahead, possibly again with that full moon lunar eclipse. Girls, can you please be patient? Just another few minutes. Just another few minutes. Please. All right, we're on borrowed time. Oh, beautiful. I'd start walking your way and you'd start walking mine. We'd meet in the middle neath that old Georgia pine. We'd gain a lot of ground if we both give a little. Ain't no road too long if we meet in the middle. So that meet in the middle thing, I don't know if this is someone that you're already aware of or been interested in or something like that, but meeting in the middle, it's like this has been set up for you and it's time to release any type of conflict energy. I don't know if there's interfering circumstances with somebody's job or family members or some type of other responsibility, or let's say even your kids. I'm not sure what it is for everybody, but we've got captivating, fascinating, dirt church, cutting cords, release. Exactly. I think that you're cutting ties from this distraction circumstance so that you can get into the earthly realms and do your sacred work. So something is being set up and aligned for you behind the scenes. I don't know if you're attracting somebody to a cooperative event, something that you may be invited to, observation, looking for clues, keeping tabs, workaholic. It might be time for you to take a break because that might be undermining your efforts to do what you really want to do with the Ascension. Taurus, 2nd house, fixed earth. It may be that you've been paying so much attention to your resources that you're not settling in and being able to get into your authentic Taurian energy of embodiment and just gratitude in general, just that cell deep transformation and just love of all that is. I don't want to lose myself again. So I don't know if there's some kind of day job type of energy that you don't want to lose yourself in, or a romantic expression, or maybe you guys tried this before, you and this romantic girls, Aya, girls, enough, let's not do that. Gifted, you're being gifted, or you are gifted rather. You've got secret talents that you haven't quite revealed, and they want to be stepped forward, they want to be developed. So maybe some of that time in nature will help you to tap in and to really get straight about what things you have yet to do, and to give yourself permission to embody, because it's part of you opening up to your beauty and your cosmic potential. We've got opening up, revelation, and emergence with that judgment card. I feel like you've been judging your own self for these secret gifts and talents, but the chrysalis is opening. It's revealing you behind the scenes, behind the curtains. And instead of being some little guy, you're actually larger than life. You've got this divine entourage working with you and walking with you everywhere you go. And so this plot twist in the change is that you are gaining some type of attention, and you may not be as comfortable with getting attention in this way as you mean to be. Keeping it open, casual, keeping it casual and open. So yeah, we were talking about platonic energies. So yeah, just instead of letting yourself get nervous, just keep things very casual, and don't let your expectations get you tripped up, or your ideals for a situation either, because again, with that getting ahead of ourselves energy, the more that we can start to sink into the energies and feel the essence behind it, we won't get caught up. Because too, I want to say in the moment with that twin flame energy, it often comes through for people as this struggle bus BS, where it's like runner and chaser, and you activate each other through triggering, and you can't stand to be around each other, but you love yourselves and each other so much. It's kind of like you can work out those dynamics with any type of antagonist, but it seems like if you're sensing energies that you're not sure about, that you're speculating about, the best way to adore somebody is not to place so many ideals and expectations and projected fantasies and limerence upon another individual. If you're meant to be together, it doesn't need to be romanticized. It just needs to supplement and uplift your experience and your independence that you're already doing. It should be a complement to the experience that you're having, not some type of dramatic turmoil. So we've got seduction tactics coming in with Pluto. So there's this plot twist, intense, transformative energy happening, because I feel like that part of this gifting energy is going to be, you're going to really have to stay on your toes and not get overwhelmed with some very powerful connecting energies. It's like you are encountering somebody as powerful as yourself. Oh, beautiful energy coming in, mirroring you to gain popularity, no authentic identity. So there are those around who are trying to do what you do, but don't let that get you down or reinforce some type of wounded identity that you may have felt from your past, whether that's some type of imposter syndrome, or feeling that you're not as great as other people, or don't have as much to offer, or maybe you think people don't care what you have to say or contribute or whatever. It's like Chiron plays small because of self-judgment and feeling that we need to hide things. And sometimes those things that we feel like we want to hide or keep to ourselves are some of our most profound gifts to the world. There's some low vibrational entities or lower attachment energies, possibly from your deep past, keeping you from seeing the beauty behind that. And it may have been because someone they were triggered in your deep past by your authenticity and your beauty and attractiveness and the light that you shined in the world. It was attractive and magnetic, and they tried to shut that down and kind of like destiny swap with you in some type of way. But the universe loves you. They do not want you in this circumstance. And there's this shocking pattern interrupt where you see yourself encountering with somebody. I see you in my future, somebody who represents your future highest self and not this distant past that has come up again and again. This persistent presence is saying, don't pay that attention to those lower attachments those other individuals tried to swap with you to take your light and give you their demons. No more of that, folks. We're standing firm in our authority, our wisdom, staying lucid to our value in the situation and our divine gifts in the circumstance, protecting what is sacred for ourselves and protecting our children and our brain children as well, our intellectual property, and creating that sacred space that is necessary to be able to bring those blessings of truth for the future of all mankind. You're balancing out a situation, and you're transforming something in profound ways. Yeah, not compromising on your values anymore. But yeah, there's this gift with Jupiter coming in. Love yourself first coming out again. Flex, you have already done the work. It's time to relax and celebrate yourself and this heightened awareness that wants to come through for you, because they want you to sink into this and to read between the lines in a certain situation that is wants to be evidence of your highest truth and the path that you're going on. It does not want to do some kind of confirmation bias of something that somebody wants to pretend is your energy. You are on the pathway of greatness, and the ascension pathway that you are on is helping you to read what's been unspoken, like the subtitles from spirit. So, all right. Center stage, all eyes are going to be upon you very soon. Prepare yourself. Get your energy all spruced up and cleansed and cleared. Get out in the sunlight and love yourself. Do that self-care, and get ready to have your hair blown back, because something beautiful is coming our way. So take good care of yourself. Hit up some of those buttons, help us grow the channel, and check out some of the other timeless messages we've got here on the channel for you already. So take care, guys. Till next time.